Okay, so now in today's session, we will see from exercise 79 to 83. Okay, so let me open the running notes as well. Okay, so 79 to 83 exercise we will discuss today. Okay, so what is exercise 79? So here job filter. Okay, for example, I have data like employees data. So I need to separate the designation wise into separate files. So that is the requirement. Okay, so that is exercise 79 and 80 is listed condition. Okay, so listed condition. And the next one is sample job for numeric loop. Okay, so what is listed loop, numeric loop, that we will discuss. Okay, so today we will discuss looping conditions. Looping conditions. Conditions. The job sequence. So in the job sequence. So what is looping conditions in the job sequence? So looping conditions are numeric loop, okay, and listed loop. Okay, listed loop and nested conditions. So we will discuss one by one. So this is very important topic. Okay, so you need to watch this recording session again and again until you get mastery on this particular topic. So now let's start with looping condition. So why we use loop generally in any programming language?
For any iteration purpose, like I want to perform some
Repetitive tasks, right?
repetitive task.
Yeah. So I want to run a particular job multiple times. I want to pass a condition until the loop exits. It has to perform the data pipeline. Okay. So that is the scenario. So here exercise 79 is we will be creating a listed loop. List of designations are there in an employee table. I need to separate those records into multiple files. Okay. So here what you can do, come to 79. So in 79, what we are doing, I will give an overview of this exercise and will compile it. But in 80, we are calling this exercise. Okay. So let's go to job properties. What I am doing here in 79, I will explain you in a detail level. So here we have before routine and after routine features. Okay. So we can execute the shell script. We can send a mail, wait for a file. So all these options that we can perform. Okay. So go to parameters, job filter. So designation wise, I'm filtering the jobs and separating the data into output files. Okay. So this is a runtime parameter that I have given. And if you see here, the input is the input data that I am considering employee pipe file data. Okay. So employee pipe file data. So let's rename this SVK EMP. Okay, so here target is target job filter. Okay. SCK job filter. Digit. Okay. So here we can write the annotations also. So what is meant by annotations? Any idea? So what we are doing this particular job, we have to give an overview. This job extract the data. So double click on this. So here you have to write something. This job will extract the data from Wi-Fi, separate the output files, output output files with each each designation. Okay, so that is the criteria. So here you can mention who is a developer, start date. So those details here you can mention, job description. Okay, so you can change the font also, you can change. Now let's go to the filter condition here. What is the filter condition? So I am passing job, employee job designation. Okay, job is equal to the passing as a parameter during the runtime. Okay, so parameter value. So this is the condition that I am giving. Click on OK. And based on this data will get filtered. Okay. So here, so transform means XFM will be calling job filter. Okay. So what we are doing mainly in the transformer, that you need to give the condition here. Okay. So now save this job, save and compile. And I am calling this particular 79 job in another job. Okay. In the job 80. So in the last class, it will take some time to explain. So that is the reason I have not covered in the last Friday session. It's compiling. Okay. So what is the next step here? What is the next step? So this is the 80. Okay. So same job that we can call it here. So okay, before that, so let's start using this start loop and end loop activity. Okay. So what is the start loop? So start loop is here you can see. So this is a start loop. Okay. So you can drag and drop here and give the link like this and make a connectivity to that link. And this is the end link. Okay. So what we are doing here. So double click on looping. So here loop, start loop and looping activities are classified into two types. One is start loop. Sorry. One is numeric loop, other one is listed loop. So numeric loop that we will discuss in next exercise. Okay, so here in this exercise, we will discuss listed loop. So these are the list of designations that are available here. Okay, so here you can see analyst, clerk, manager, president, salesman. Okay, so what is the comma separator here? So that also you need to consider. Okay, what is the separator, comma separator here? Okay, so that comma separator, that delimiter you have to make define. So here trigger action, nothing to define here. Basically, it will be in unlisted condition only, uncondition only. Click on OK. So here, every value it is comma separated, that will pass as a runtime parameter. Okay. So here I'm passing this parameter. Use this activity variable. from the start loop, give that condition. That's it. Okay. So here we have a concept of inauguration ID. So inauguration ID is nothing but whenever if you want to run any job multiple times, okay, by allowing the multiple instance, this the same job can be used for by passing different parameter. Okay, so that can be used at the same time. Okay, so that is the purpose of allow multi-instance and inauguration ID. Okay, so here I have defined to this particular job. So this already you can see here. Allow multi-instance. Okay, and click on cancel. If it is not allowed, you have to do that allow. Okay, so then only it will be enabled like this. So here you can give the inauguration ID is also the looping condition. The same job will be used for different designation filter condition. Okay, so execution action always you can consider reset if required, then run. Now click on OK. So save, compile, and run this job. Okay, so now let's go to the output. Go to target. Okay, so run this job. So here you can see this iteration. Okay, so now let's see director also. So first we have the list analyst, right? You can see the analyst. So all the records with the fun list that will be separated out first. Okay. So once it gets completed, then it will run clerk analyst. Yeah, it completed. Now you can see this analyst file data. So two analysts are there. Those employee details has been defined here. Okay. So here I have given job filter underscore dot data dot txt. Next you can see clerk. Here you can see all designation belongs to clerk. So like that, it is getting separated. Okay. Click on SE. Now, based on the date, you can give the filter criteria. So today's date is 9th. See? So it starts with clerk. You can see the order. The same job, it has been used for multiple inauguration ad. Manager, president, salesman. Now you can see the data files also here. So we have seen up to clerk. Now 4 managers are there. Okay. And the next one, here you can see president. We have only one record with president. And salesman, how many are there? 4 salesmen. Okay. So like that, the designation wise, we can separate the records. Okay. So with the listed loop. So any questions here, guys? Any questions? Okay. So here listed loop exercise are 79 and 80. Any questions?
No, sir.
If no questions, then we'll move to numeric loop. Okay. So what is a numeric loop? Here I have a scenario in the numeric loop. I have a job design where my requirement is to separate all the input records into one record in each output file. For example, I have 10 records in input. My goal is to distribute 10 files. Each one record should go to each file. One record should go to each file. So how we will design the job? So with the help of this particular concept, numerically. Okay. So here also I have designed the job. And recently I have uploaded a video on this. Okay. So now let's see that. So this is one way. Just a minute. Mhm. Here next upload. I'll close this. Okay. So now we can open from go to tools. Yeah, click on yes. Okay, so the designer is opened. Now go to jobs. Recently, I have developed one job. Okay, so that I will RTP. Okay, so here I have created a test file. Okay, so I need 5 records, right? Okay, so here I have given 10. Let's give 5 records. 5 records are there in the input. I need to distribute the data into 5 different files. Okay, number, tech name. Okay, so here click on number as an integer, initial value 1, increment value 5 max. Okay, or you can give the maximum upper limit, that's not an issue, or you can give 1000 also. So initial value, the cyclic or random number, both can be choose. Let's choose cyclic. So cyclic means we can give order here. Okay, for integer. So initial value 10. Okay, increment value, initial value, sorry, initial value is 1, increment value is also 1, and limit I have given 1000. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 records will display. Now click on apply. Click on close. Similarly, so here tech name. Okay, so here you can say first record it will go to cyclic, means the same value will be repeated if you want to give multiple values. Okay, so let's give ETL. Okay, and another value card 2. Okay, and then you can give third value Ju. Okay, and you can give the last one GCP. Okay, so click on apply. These 5 records will be repeated. Okay, so now let's see the view data. Okay, so here I have given integer for number. Tech name I have given varchar. Okay, I have not defined the length. So let's view the data. Okay, so here you can see 5 records. It is getting displayed. Okay, so you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so click on close. Click on OK and generate the feed. Okay, so generate the text data. Now save, compile, and run this job. So let's go to the source also, source folder. Click on last modified date. Click on run. Yeah, 5 records you can see here. Source. Yeah, so this is the file. Okay, so 5 records. So first line is column name I have not given. I have ignored that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here in for all the 5 records, each record should go to one output file. Okay, so total 5 files I have to separate it. So how I am going to achieve this? Okay, so the next, this is the data, and here already I have developed the chart. Just a minute. So here this job is used. Okay, so test gen. Okay, so this job is used for separating the records. Okay, the same input file, text data. Okay. The same file that I have called. Okay. So click on OK. And this is the target. SCP target data. So give short form target data. XFM record. Okay. So give some name. So double click on here. So here what we are doing, we are applying the filter condition. Okay. So here we are taking the row number. Okay. So here row number is the filter condition. So here I have passed the value here, file number, okay, or record number. So take any integer runtime parameter, and that one you give here, okay. So you give in the filter condition. So in row number, right? This is system variable. So in row number, system variable. So it will assign the record that is coming from input, okay, and assign to the param value.
So can't you give a stage variable instead of a parameter here, like file number?
So here we need to separate the one record into separate files, right? So that is
Okay,
the
right. Okay.
okay. So change the link names also. LNP source data. LNK target data. Okay. Now so here I have mentioned the file name. Okay. So here you can see
Okay.
one underscore data dot txt it will be display. Okay. So I have not mentioned first line as a header, that I have ignored. Click on OK. So here you can see the file name, the target file name. So here one underscore data dot txt. So that with that it will be separated out. It will get separated, each record into multiple files. Okay. So I'm not running this job. I will run from this job sequence. Okay. So here I have used executable command stage. So this is the command to calculate the count of records in the file. So here I have 5 records, right? Okay. So that 5 records. So it will this will calculate the count along with the file number. This file name, the count that will display, and this is to replace only consider numerical values. Others can be ignored. Okay. So if any of the data contains other than numerical values, that we are setting it as space. Okay. So that is this is the command for this. Okay. Now click on OK. And I'm storing this particular executable command Unix output in a user variable. So user variable starts to store values, store SQL statements. So this is the command where I can store the field command. This is the syntax for storing the any Unix commands. Okay. So this is the standard algorithm that we use. Field Unix command @fm, a single space. That's it. So the in VC user variable. Okay. So if you want to create one more like this here, you can add. Okay. So similarly, I have created like this. Okay. So here trigger action, nothing to define here. Click on OK. Now here it starts with a numeric loop. So starting value 1, increment value, step value, increment step 1, and the maximum output here. What is the maximum? So maximum means how many records the file contains. That particular number it will give, count of the records. Okay. So that will be stored. So this command will give the total number of count that it will give. So that we are storing it in the user variable, and that we are calling here. Okay. So click on OK. And this is the job. Just now I have shown you. Okay. So just now we have modified, right? And pause the condition. Okay. So from the start looping counter. So it will first record, it will be 1. And if it is intro number is 1, first record will go to one output file. And until this loop exits, still this operations keep on running. Okay. And this is the end terminal. Click on OK. Okay. Save, compile, and run this job. I'm deleting all the files here. Run. See here this particular job. So first occurrence it's running. So here you can see the Unix. See here Unix command output 5 records is there. Okay. So first step is running. Here you can see the output target. First 1 underscore data. So what is the first record here? Data stage, right? So that you have to check. So I'll parallel, I will open the source file also, which we created. So this is record 1. Okay. So second also completed. ETL. You can see here. ETL. Third Hadoop, Azure, GCP. Okay. So third one, Hadoop. Fourth one is Azure. Fifth one is GCP. So like that, we are separating the records. So this is sometimes, this is one of the interview scenario recently they're asking. Okay, so this is the solution for this. Yeah. So fifth you can see GCP, 5, comma GCP. Okay. So 5 records has been split into single loaded 1 record in each file. Okay. So this is numeric loop. Okay. So any questions guys here?
No, sir. Just one thing, like it is taking a little time, right? I mean, there's no much data, no data.
Yeah.
But it's taking time, and the job also looks simple only. It's not complex.
Yeah. So how you design? So that is the most.
Because if the
So
data, yeah,
so here calling the Unix, checking the total number of records in the file. That is the first step you have to do, and you have to store that Unix output
user variable.
user variable, and you have to assign that start loop.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Right. So this is exercise 81 and 82. Just now we have covered. Okay. And now let's see the next exercise. 83. Okay. So 86 also we have covered. Okay. So anyway, we will do one more exercise in tomorrow session. Okay. So this is already covered, 89 and 90. Surrogate key generation. Okay. So now let's see 83. And we'll see exercise 83 and close the session for today. Okay. Okay. So what is the nested condition based on the parameter value? Okay. So here I can choose any of the job can perform. Okay. So here another option is whenever I have received a file from source, then only my job has to run. Otherwise, I need to wait for some time. Okay. So here I have a requirement like I will receive file between 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Let's take an example. So 8 to 9, anytime the file may arrive. So we are not sure the timing. So in that case, what we can do is for every 10 minutes, okay, so we can search for a file. So whenever file is present, then only I need to run my job. Okay. So that is the criteria. So here job is not present. You can give any of the job here. Okay. So click on OK. So here, let's see what's happening. What's happening here? So here, start loop and end loop. Here we have to give the timing. Okay. So here I have given we are waiting here for 5 minutes. Okay. So if it is not more than 5 minutes means let's take an example of each 1 minute. Here we can consider as a 12 minutes like that. Okay. So here I have given the numeric loop and each minute. Okay. Is a one minute is the waiting time. Okay. So one starting from one increment step one and 2 5. Click on OK. And the next step is here we are going to use this executable Unix command. So that is to search for a file. So whenever a file is there, then only I need to run my job. minus LRT. Okay. So this is my file. Click on OK. So this is for search for a file. Okay. So whenever file is there, so here I can keep the trigger action otherwise. So file may come, file may not come. So both the scenarios you have to consider. So whenever file is there, it will return the value 0. Whenever file is not there, it will return the value 1. So that is the reason here I use customs message. Okay. In the customs message, what I am doing, whenever file is present, I'm considering 0. File is present means 0. Okay. So file is not there means then 1. Okay. So if file is present, then only the records will go here. Okay. So here you need to check the command. What is the command? What is the file that you are going to see here? Okay. So copy this. You need to check batch underscore file should be present in this source folder. source Unix, batch underscore file. This particular file is not there here. Now let's see what happens. Click on OK. Okay. And here when there is no file, here I have given sleep 60. So sleep means a command to wait, keep it in a idle time. Okay. So sleep 60 means 1 minute it will wait. So keep 600, sleep 600 means, okay, it will be 10 minutes. Okay. Sleep 60 means 1 minute. So here you can multiply how many minutes you want to wait. Okay. So if you are to wait for 5 minutes, then give 300, sleep 300. If you want to give 10 minutes means sleep 600. Okay. So click on OK and end loop connection. And end loop that will map to start loop. Okay. So this is the job design for this. Okay. So now save, compile and run this job. Okay. So run this job. Let's see what happens. See here the job 83. So here you can see what happened. What is the command value that is written? So reply one. That means file is not found. See here, this particular file is not there. Okay. Again, second, and you can see the timing. Okay, 8:53, 33 seconds, and 8:54, 33 seconds. 1 minute is waited, and again it's checking. Even now also file is not there. Okay. So and it will wait for one more up to 5 minutes. 5 minutes it will wait and it will exit from the loop. Okay. So now 55 is the time. So once it's crossed 33 seconds, here you can see. Okay, so now we will place the file. Okay, so see 55, 34. Okay, so now place the file. Now rename this file. The file name should be batch underscore file. Okay. Batch underscore file. Now let's see the log. Third iteration also file not received. Now file has arrived. Okay. So fourth iteration, the file has arrived. See here. So it replies the 0, return value 0. That means file has present. See, the file has arrived. Okay. And this job also got completed. Okay. So this is the way to use the nested conditions. Okay. So any other questions? So tomorrow we will see the file watcher, the remaining topics. in job sequence. With the tomorrow session, course will get completed. Then you have to do the assignments. So 20 hours work assignments are there. So I'll be sharing the recorded videos, and by seeing those videos, and you have to practice the interview based scenario question answers. So that is the project assignment. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Right, guys. So if you have any questions, you can ask me now, or let's discuss tomorrow. If no means, let's connect tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, sir, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.